What does making time to mop have to do with your personal development, your personal growth, and your ability to step into your highest, truest, and greatest self? And no, I'm not talking about a mop and bucket. I'm talking about moments of presence. You see, most of the time, we humans are stuck on autopilot. We are rethinking and recycling thoughts of old, and we're not even aware of it. We're not aware that we have been thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again. And so, moments of presence allows us to step into the now moment and choose how we want to think, feel, and act. When I started this journey in 2015, I did not realize the amount of almost self-abuse that I was subjecting myself to. And with the hundreds of clients that I've worked with, we've all been stuck in the same pattern at some point in our lives. We've experienced things in our past. We've experienced things that either we've done to others or other people have done to us, and we get stuck. We get stuck in a place of pain, and we then take that pain and we project it onto our future. And so we are in this perpetual cycle of moving old feelings and old thoughts and old ideas and projecting those onto our future. And what we focus on is what expands in our life. And we weren't taught this. We weren't taught that this is how reality works. Now, if you would allow yourself the moments of presence that allow you to, and it's not about being high vibration all the time, because we actually have to step into what we've been feeling a little bit. In order to know what we've been feeling, we have to step into it and not avoid it and not be distracted either by TV or gossip or, like I was using, medicinal cannabis. It's about allowing yourself to step into the emotion and recognize the thoughts that come up around those emotions. And you start to realize, my gosh, I've been telling myself a story, and it's a story of old, and I've been creating more and more and more of that. And as you begin to do this, you'll start to realize that emotions only last about 2 minutes in the body if you allow yourself to feel it fully. This isn't a one and done thing. You will repeat the process over and over and over until it becomes your nature to recognize, oh, I don't like those old feelings. That's not where I'm at anymore. And teaching your central nervous system to start being safe in being present and start feeling safe in choosing anew. You can't do this by avoiding the past. You also don't need to go into your past and try and revisit and figure out, how did I get to this place? Why did this happen to me? Why do I feel like this? It's about recognizing the thoughts that are coming up around certain feelings. For example, when I wanted to start this YouTube channel, it did not feel safe. It meant that I was going to be seen. It meant that I was going to speak. It meant that people were going to hear what I had to say. It meant that I was opening myself up to judgment and rejection and even abandonment. And I had to realize that, oh, this is a pattern based on an old idea. This is a pattern based on old experiences that I've had. And when I began this journey, I realized how much of the old was on autopilot and how much I would avoid feeling feelings, how much the old story was repeating itself in my head all day long. I had no idea that I had the ability to get present and choose change. I had no idea that I could choose new thoughts. I had no idea that I could originate new thoughts. I had no idea that I could reject thoughts, that I didn't need to believe everything that I was telling myself, that I could choose to tell myself things that I wanted to believe instead. Neuroscience tells us that what we focus on is what expands. And so when we are stuck in an old story, either consciously or unconsciously, and we are repeating that over and over, that is where our focus is going, and that is what we are creating more of. What we focus on is what expands. And so I started to allow myself to get present. In the present moment, I allowed myself to feel the feelings that were coming up. And sometimes they were super intense, but they didn't last forever. And in fact, the more I allowed myself to feel what was coming up, the less and less intense it got. I was able to step into the feeling, recognize the story, feel safe in the moment, and remind myself to get present, to allow myself moments of connection. Those moments of presence aren't just some random thing. They are a moment for you to get present, to get connected and get centered. Check in with where your mind was and what kind of feelings you were having on autopilot, because we are thinking upwards of 60,000 thoughts a day. Of those 60,000 thoughts, 80% are repeated thoughts. Of those 80% of repeated thoughts, 80% are negative thoughts. And this is all running in the background. So these moments of presence allow you to come to the now moment, check in with where you are, check in with where you were, and check in with where you want to go instead. Are these things conducive to the life that you say that you want? Because yes, we say we want this incredible life, but the universe won't give you what you want. It gives you who you are. And if you are somebody who is in suffering all the time, we attract more of that into our lives. And I know that that might be really triggering for people, but if you would only recognize that you are in control, you cannot change something based on an old consciousness. It's like driving with your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. You want this life, but your old life is constantly coming to the fore. We have to allow ourselves the ability to get present, to feel uncomfortable, and do what we need to move out of it, whether that's getting somatic coaching, whether that's having a coach, whether that's through tapping, which is a way of tapping on meridian points on your body to help your central nervous system come back online and to allow it to feel safe. Whether that's in giving yourself a butterfly hug so that you can feel safe and connected, because that's what we want in those moments of not feeling great. Whether that's doing the VU breath, whether that's chanting a mantra. My favorite one, Vaheguru, one of the greatest things that I ever started to do in my moments of presence was feeling gratitude. Gratitude is such a miracle frequency. It allows you to tap into a high vibration, allows you to almost press pause on that old stuff that's coming up, get present. Gratitude allows you to turn on your prefrontal cortex. It allows you to step into a higher and greater version of yourself. Now, it's not a one and done thing. You will do this process repeatedly. The thing that trips people up is that they think once they've done it and once they've gotten present, that that's the only thing that they need to do. No, you need to do this repeatedly. You need to step into a moment of presence over and over and over. Repetition is the key to mastery, and your subconscious has learned how to be this way through repetition. We have repeatedly practiced a program, and now we need to repeatedly practice a new one so that this becomes our new normal. This becomes our new autopilot. There is so much power in the present moment that isn't clouded by old ideas, your old ways of being. We can lose so much time living on autopilot where we're thinking about the past and then projecting that onto the future and then wondering why we're stuck in a loop, where one of the greatest antidotes is getting present, allowing yourself to get present and recognize, oh, I was stuck in a past idea. I was stuck in a past thought. I was stuck in the old stuff. What do I want instead? One of my most favorite ways outside of gratitude was to get grounded. So I would set alarms on my phone and I would go stand outside on the grass in the sun and sometimes in the rain. But I would stand outside and I would get present. I would allow myself to feel the breeze on my face, to watch the birds who aren't worried about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. They are simply here now. Nature holds so many answers for us, and nature has such a magnificent power if you allow yourself to go outside, go hug a tree, go stand on the grass barefoot. Allow yourself to get grounded and you will rapidly feel different. You will feel markedly different. And this then becomes addictive. This is what starts to feel good. And why would you not do it? This feels better than being stuck in a past story. This is what allows us to start creating a new story, doing these things that we've never been taught to do, doing these things that we've never done before. This is where the magic is. The magic is in the present moment. When you look at the clock, it's not telling you yesterday's time, it's telling you what is now. There is only ever the now moment. Quit waiting for the future to arrive before you start to feel good. Start to practice feeling good now. And sometimes that means feeling a little bit not great. And then you start weeding out of that and you realize, oh, yeah, there it is. That good feeling is within me. It's not going to come from outside. It's going to come from within you. It's coming from recognizing where you've been and then realizing, but I don't have to stay here. I don't have to choose this. I can choose something else. That is the power of the moments of presence. You step into your creative self. You step into your most powerful self because you are no longer constricting the energy consciously or unconsciously based on past ideas and experiences. And instead, you're almost stepping into an experiment with the universe and you start to think, yeah, show me how good it can get. Show me how good I can feel. Show me what is possible. Show me so that I can show others. You unleash your own magic. And it's all from you becoming present. So from today, set some alarms in your phone. Start getting present. Morning, afternoon, evening. Set yourself up to live the life you want. Get present. And remember, when those uncomfortable feelings arise, they are not forever. They will pass through you within about 2 minutes. Allow them to move through you. Get the support you need to allow them to move through you. One of my favorite podcasts is Sarah Baldwin's You Make Sense podcast. She has helped me incredibly to be able to understand why my central nervous system feels off and then what I can do to shift out of it. You have so much magnificence within you. You have so much untapped potential within you. And we're not going to get to it by constantly suppressing what's coming up. That untapped potential is only going to come to the fore when you allow yourself to feel what's been coming up and you allow yourself to move beyond what's coming up and you allow yourself to trust in the very thing that makes the sun come up and makes your heart beat, when you allow yourself to believe that that power is ready and available to you. And we can stop pinching off the source by feeling bad. We can stop pinching off the source by being constricted by the past. And we can activate our greatest, highest power and potential by feeling better. You are allowed to feel good. You don't need anything to change for you to start feeling good. That feeling good, that place is within you. And you'll only know it by getting present. So make time to mop, make time to get present. Have those moments of presence booked into your diary and start to check in with where your head was and where you want to go instead. I promise you, life begins to shift because you realize that the power to change has always been within you. I hope this helped and I will see you in the next video. Stay blessed, stay well.